Hi everybody. I wanted to make this video for those who seem to be having a little bit of a problem with knowing what notes you need and what notes you don't need. So I personally like to press L on my keyboard to bring up this up and then go to the Explorer Notes. If you're on PS5 or whatever, I don't know what that is, but just as long as you can get to your inventory, just go to the Explorer Notes tab from there. Once you're in here, remember that you only need the island and Scorched Earth map notes for your +10. Alright, and let me specify further. You want to click one map only, so see how it's wider than the rest. Okay, and then from there, you notice how there's this all. We don't really want to look at the notes like this because there's these, and you're like, what is that? Well, you don't even need that. So let's go one by author. So I've selected the Helena notes, and as you can see, it's wider than the rest. And here you can see I have all of them. And if you go down, you notice there is no locks whatsoever. Now you would also notice that there's a check mark in some of these circles. That just means that you tamed it. That has nothing to do with your note gathering. That's for some other achievement. I believe Steam has it. But anyways, as long as you see the picture, name, the picture with no lock, you're good. Alright. So, go down, everything is good, and of course I do have all the notes on this account, so you can also see that. Let's deselect it, and then obviously you don't have anything here, and then let's go to Edmund Rockwell. 29 out of 29, I have all of them deselected. Let's go to Li Meiying. Again, I have everything, right? Deselect, select Nerva, I have all of them as well. Let's go to Raya, there's none in the island. Let's go to Takea, nothing. Graduates, nothing. Diana, nothing. These, I wouldn't worry about these, having these or not. So don't worry if you have or don't have these. You will get them anyways when you do the bosses, when you do the ascensions, which are on those the guardians. But let's go one by one. Alright, so Santiago, nothing. So we said nothing, right? Dossier, bingo. Here we have a lot, right? You go down the line, okay, and it's easy to miss this ones because there's so many. So I have all of those. Deselect now. This is one that's not clearly stated, but you need this. We obviously can't place a bed in the boss, right? So you do need to have these guardian dossiers or guardian notes. And when you do some of these ascension bosses, you will usually get this, right? So again, what is most important? Not this, but for you to actually do the guardian note, because once you have the guardian note, you're good, you're set. Right, so make sure you have these four in the island. Right, these, I don't know if you remember, but these picture here, that's the Genesis one, Helena, little floating thing. Don't worry about this. You don't need them for the island. You don't need them for your +10 notes, okay? We haven't gotten to that. I don't know what they have planned, but you're not gonna need them, okay? Again, we have nothing here. Bob's, and I want you to notice that I don't happen to have the epilogue. You don't need this, okay? And here's the proof. I don't even have this, and I have all the notes. Darius, nothing. Miscellaneous. It's interesting that they added the J notes. And it's like, these are my notes. Okay. But you don't need them, okay? Don't worry if you don't have them. That's why we didn't include the bags as of the date of this video, because they're not required, okay? You're welcome to grab them if you want, but you don't have to worry about it. And that's it for Island. Now we will go over to, oh, and let me just mention something with the miscellaneous. See how I have the first note? Technically I don't have the second through 7 notes, because why? If you can notice, it tells me the name, but there's a lock, okay? And usually this happens when you've already gathered the notes with another character, or when you've gone to single player and you in the end and just created an island account, like a save file for the island, and you've typed on the command give all explorer notes, like that, and then enter, and then usually they'll allow you to see the name of the notes that you're missing, and you'll know that they're still missing because there'll be a lock, okay? So otherwise they'll usually look like kind of like sort of like this, and that's why you kind of get confused. But if you have actually done that, they should be looking like this, which you know that you need to get, with the exception being the miscellaneous notes, of course. For the Scorched Earth map, again, you do the same thing, right? You check that you have all Helena, Rockwell, okay, Raya, Takea, okay, bam, Dossiers, there's only 13. Guardian, you only need Manicore, and then you're set. Again, don't worry about these, you don't need them. We, at this point in time in the video, Genesis 1 has not even come out, so don't sweat it, okay? And even if it does, well, that'll be a future thing. As it is of right now, with Extinction being the latest map that's out, you still only need Island and Scorched, so take advantage of that. Alright. And then there's nothing else. Now I do want to point out that Scorched Earth does have additional notes that are called Bob Notes, okay? Or from the Bob's Tall Tales DLC. This is separate, and it gives you 5 levels. And it's only 10, okay? We do have them included, so make sure you take advantage of those easy 5 levels. There's ones for Aberration, and there's some for Extinction as well, okay? So make sure that you take advantage. That's gonna be 5 levels for those 3 maps, which gives you a total of 15 levels extra, okay? Don't get any of the other notes, the regular notes from Extinction. You want to save those for the XP parties for the levels up, okay? So I would recommend just get the notes for Island and Scorched, that's it, and then only the Bob notes for Aberration and Extinction, okay? I hope that helped out a bit. Remember, if you wanna, oh, I am forgetting to mention something. See how I'm gonna grab these here and go to Aberration, explain something. Okay, here you go. This implant, okay, the 4 X notes actually have a name that's question mark, and the Island and Scorched 4X notes are actually found under the Aberration note tabs. Okay, the implant notes. Those are the 4x notes. They give you the 4x buff, 4xp. Again, you don't need them, even if they're found in the island or in Scorched Earth, due to the fact that they're in the Aberration tab. On very, very rare occasions where you actually did gather all of the notes, maybe you might need to grab one of these to debug so that the game's like, oh yeah, no, actually they do have all the notes. Let me give them credit. And that's about it. But yeah, you're of course welcome to grab the 4x note. That's in the Overseer arena and in the Manticore arena, because I mean, what else are you gonna use those for? I like to grab them personally just because you might as well grab it while you're there, because they're never gonna use it. So, I mean, I just like to get. Okay, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, you don't really need to. Okay. And let me show you everything here. And I have all the notes, all the bobs, everything. I'm only missing the new boss here, which is the Lost Colony Queen, but that's something else for the future. That's it. Any other questions? We will be in the Discord answering, so in the notes chat, and I hope that this helped some of you. Sorry for the long video, and have a great day.